This week on Empowering Midlife Wellness, I'm back with my dear friend and master personal trainer, Kelley Workman. This is our third resistance training workout to show you, 30 minutes at home. I just finished it. I'm sweaty. You will be too. Check it out. Hi friends, and welcome to this episode of Empowering Midlife Wellness. This week I'm back with Master Personal Trainer Kelley Workman. If you've been following us, this is our third workout that we're going to be sharing with you to show you how you can add resistance training into your life, especially for women who are in that certain age in midlife. So Kelley obviously is a professional. She's my trainer, and she has taken me from being someone who just did cardio, skinny fat with very little muscle mass, to actually building some muscles. If you look back to the videos that we made at the end of November and then beginning of January, you're going to see the first set of workouts that we made. And then today we're going to add some more. So tell us how this works. So what we did last time is 4 exercises over a period of 30 minutes.
Yes.
And you can do this at home.
Yes. Very minimal equipment is needed. And if you feel you've been doing it for a while and you want to add, keep repeating this workout over and over. So you might be doing it 4 times, 5 times. You can add it to be a 45-minute workout. And you can interchange other workouts that we did previously with this workout also. Just interchange parts. Once you get comfortable doing it, you can do that.
Yeah, so the first one we published, there were 4 exercises to master. And we were talking about doing 30 minutes. So this is less time than you spend on Instagram, probably.
That's right.
30 minutes 3 times a week. So we're asking to commit to, say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 30 minutes. Such a small commitment. So you're going to have this set of 4 exercises that you can master from November. Maybe if you've been watching, you've already done that.
Yes.
And then another set of 4 exercises from January 2nd that you can master. And then today you're going to have 4 more. And like Kelley said, you can mix and match them.
And they're so convenient from your phone, right? They're very easy to watch. Really, anywhere you're at, you can do them with no weights also. If you just don't have weights, you're traveling, then just do it as a body weight exercise. They're all interchangeable like that. Yeah,
so we've talked about this a million times, but the benefits of resistance training are countless. Obviously, we're building muscle, and that makes you look cute in your clothes, but more muscle mass is associated with so many things, like decreasing insulin resistance, Alzheimer's disease,
dementia,
osteoporosis, risk of falling, multiple things. So it's really, really important, ladies, to lift some weights. And we're just showing you why it's just not that hard, because I felt like you might, where I'm like, I don't want to go to the gym and lift weights and get big. That's not going to happen. No.
It's not physiologically possible, right? No. It's just not possible.
To get big, you'd have to work out for 6 hours a day and take drugs.
Lots of stuff.
Right. So what we're talking about is just to be healthy. And some of the things I love about what we did in the last couple were just regarding balance and things that we don't necessarily think about in our mid-50s, but we do not want to fall and break a hip or break a bone. And the way to prevent that happening when we're 75, 85 is to do this now. Not that you can't start when you're 75, so please think about doing that. But the goal is to do significantly heavy weights.
Yes.
But not enough to get injured, and then enough to be consistent. So the 3 things we've talked about, just to repeat, is consistency, good form so you don't get injured, and then do something that you like and make it fun.
Good music, a fun environment. Go outside if it's a great weather. Just mix it up so you actually will do it. It's only 30 minutes.
Yeah, so there's this story that it sucks and you're going to hate it. Let's get rid of that story. It can actually be fine and fun, and do it with a friend, and it's 30 minutes. If it can make your life longer and add quality, 30 minutes, is that worth it? Probably. All right, so let's see what we're going to do today.
Okay, perfect. So first, let me get a dumbbell, and you're going to hold it up.
So we're doing this for the first time, so I have not seen this. All right, so you're just like me. You're the student. I'm the student. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, so you're going to extend your arms out as much as you can. Now, I'm going to modify it for Susan because she's about to run a half marathon on Sunday. I'm trying not to bounce on her knees.
Don't want to hurt my knees.
So what you can do is either you're going to go down to your knees and come back up and stay in the squat position. Okay, so if your knees can handle it, this is the move.
I'm not doing that, by the way, because my knee hurts.
And now, Susan, we're going to go down and stay in the squat position and just interchange our legs. Okay. Still holding the dumbbell up. Now, this workout, we're doing 1 minute on, 1 minute rest. So I will stop while she does it and time her.
Can you add 10 seconds, please? Because we already started.
That's perfect. Remembering to breathe. And as you're squatting down, as you're bending your legs, you're thinking, I'm great posture. There's a string at my head. My belly is tight. I'm really focused on my leg muscles, my glute muscles, my shoulders, my arm, really challenging my core back to front as she does it.
Okay, so I'll just tell you, people, if this looks in any way easy, and what Kelley was doing, she made it look so easy. My entire core
is firing up.
It's firing
You're almost
up.
there. You're almost there. Keep going. You're doing great.
Okay, my shoulders, my arms,
4,
but
3,
my everything.
you're doing it. 2, 1. Okay, put the weight down and let's rest. We have a 1-minute rest in between.
That is a lot harder than it looks. And so 8 pounds, I mean, this is not like the heaviest weight in the world, but we were talking about, you know, you don't need to use a 2 or 3 pound weight.
Yes.
So something that's hard enough that it's hard, like that. So that was hard for me, but not enough to get injured. So
yes,
pick the weight that works for you. Whew, I'm pretty fit, so 8 pounds was hard. Also, maybe a little out of breath, as you can tell. So it's also a cardio workout.
it is. So by doing it 1 minute on, 1 minute off, you're going to keep your heart rate elevated.
Yeah.
So you're going to get 2 bang for the buck here. You're going to lift some weights, get your heart rate up, get a little sweat on, be done in half an hour, and you're out the door.
Yeah, that definitely got my heart rate up.
We have about 17 seconds left. So anything else you want to say, you think of it now.
Can we take a longer break? No.
So what we're going to do is now I'm going to give her the other weight. So we're going to combine the next move. You hold them both.
Uh-oh.
And it's going to be a reverse lunge and an overhead press. A reverse lunge and an overhead press. We're going to do that for 1 minute. So every time she comes up, she's overhead pressing. Remembering to breathe. This is really challenging your shoulders, your core back to front, of course your legs, all the big muscles in your hips. We want to have nice strong glutes and legs. As we age, we want to prevent the nursing home. So if we fall, we got a little tuchus to land on, it's okay.
Okay, and then again, I'm using my core. I can feel, of course, my shoulders and arms. And then this is balance too. I'm looking at one spot straight ahead of me so that I stay balanced. That's what you told me last time.
That's exactly right. Stare at something eye level that's not moving so you can keep your balance. And then, quads are on fire. Everything is burning here.
Okay, for breathing, I'm exhaling on the way up? Or?
Yes, I like to exhale on the exertion. I inhale when I go down. I exhale to propel my muscles up. You've got about 13 seconds left and you get a 1 minute rest. We'll move to the next exercise. So these are 4 exercises. You're going to do them in succession, and probably in 30 minutes you can get through the whole round twice. 2, 1, and rest. Perfect. 1 minute rest.
So I'll just tell you that last one, I was starting to really get to the point of fatigue, and that's what we want, right, boss? That's what she's taught me. If you're doing 30 reps of something and you're like, I could keep doing these all day, that's not heavy enough to build muscle.
Right. You're semi out of breath, so we're getting that anaerobic state. Like you're working everything, your blood is pumping, everything is moving, and that's really what you want. Yeah,
by the last one, like if you had paid me $1 million, I could have done a few more, but we want to be at about where you're about 80% done.
Yeah. You don't want to get injured, right? So you're not lifting super heavy with this workout, but you can always not time it and do repetitions and add heavier weight if you have them. If you don't have access, this is great. Do it in the minute round because then you're getting a different workout.
Well, my arms are still burning. So
yes. We have 10 seconds left before the next one.
Okay, so I don't have to do that again. We're doing something else.
So now we're going to, not yet in 4 seconds, we're going to do the suitcase. So we do a dumbbell deadlift, and as soon as we get here, our butt pushes out, we go down to the suitcase squat and come back up. So we dumbbell, we deadlift, suitcase squat, and come up. So we're push our butt back, squat down, and come back up.
Okay, with the same weights?
With the same weights. We'll use those today.
I'm going to do this sort of sideways.
Yeah.
And she's going to make sure that I have a flat back.
Yep. Knees are slightly bent, and when you do it, when you're doing a deadlift, your butt pushes out, like it's pushing to the wall. Hands go down, and then you're going to bend down for your suitcase squat and come back up. Open your feet a little bit wider. Yep. Now push my butt back. Yep. Down. Now, yes, squat and come back up. My mind went blank. Push my hips out. Squat down. Suitcase squat and come back up. Perfect.
Now, do I want to keep my head up like this?
You can just keep it a neutral neck so you're not putting pressure on your neck. Okay. So you, yes, RDL back, suitcase squat, and come back up. Hips push back. Very good. And down to suitcase squat. That looks perfect.
Soft bend in the knee.
Soft bend in the knee. because you're trying to keep the back nice and flat as possible, not rounding the upper body.
Not this.
And not this. And the focus is to always think about your tailbones trying to touch the wall or something behind you, not hinging at the back. You're trying to push back. Good. Suitcase squat up. You've got 29 more seconds. Good. Slight bend. Suitcase squat down. All the way up. Push hips back. Slight bend in the knee. All the way up. Yep. Keep hips going back, push back. Yep, suitcase squat. You have 10 more seconds, very good. Push hips back, bend at the knee, suitcase squat. You have 5 more seconds, hips go back, suitcase squat. Come back up and rest. Now you get 1 minute rest.
Whew.
That's a lot.
So that's a lot of complex movements. So she was very kind to start me with some lighter weights. So once you get the form, because that's really critical for deadlifts, you can hurt your back.
You can.
Yeah. So start with something so that you learn the form. I could tell on that one, once I learned the form and a couple more times get more comfortable, I could go up on the weight, but I'm really grateful that I didn't for that because I was working
It's always
on the
better
form.
to start light and get the form right. So see a deadlift. If you don't know and you have no mirror and no one to watch you, stand against the wall, your butt against the wall, walk out a foot or two, not far, and make your butt touch the wall. If you can't make your butt touch the wall, scoot back a little bit more and keep practicing. People have a hard time hip hitching because their hips are too tight or their hamstrings are too tight. So practice pushing your butt to the wall. That's the proper technique to start, okay? And your feet are a couple of inches away from the wall.
Yeah, so when I'm in the gym or at Orange Theory, I see a lot of people doing deadlifts in a way that makes me scared they're going to hurt themselves.
Yes.
And you can really hurt your back. So that one
you can really hurt your. That's why it's not good to have a heavy weight.
Right.
Just if you're doing the 1 minute, because you're going to get injured because you're moving too quickly to focus on your form the whole time, right? So a lighter weight is appropriate. Okay. Last of our 4 exercises. Our 1 minute rest is up. Now we're going to grab our dumbbells.
Already?
I know. So now we're just going to do lateral raises. Now, if depending on your shoulder, you can lift them kind of to the front if it bothers you, and then lift all the way to the front, okay? So it doesn't have to be all the way to the side. It can be kind of at an angle like a Y, and then to the front. Knees are always slightly bent, belly is in, nice posture. There's a string at your head pulling you up, and you're just nice and controlling the weight as it goes down, controlling it as it goes down both ways. Don't want to let it slam down. Good breathing.
Oh, that one's
if it
hard.
starts to bother your neck because you get tense, you can chin tuck to take the pressure off of your neck and not be so rigid in this cervical spine.
Now, this is where I noticed that I'm so much weaker on the left side.
Yes, we talked about that.
I know. So this is something we want to work on, being balanced. Like my left arm's already noticing it.
Yeah.
But I noticed that swimming and everything, I'm totally weaker on the left.
Yeah.
So we want to be balanced. So lifting weights that are the same on each side is going to help you be balanced. So
That's
you don't
right.
get really strong on one side because then you fall down.
3 and 2 and 1, and you can rest. You have a 1 minute rest. Now we're going to repeat that cycle again. So you can put the weights down, shake it out, say whatever you want to say for 1 minute.
Yeah, so that's interesting because, we talked about that before. The extent to which I'm stronger on one side than the other is a lot. And many of you might find that even when we do body composition, my muscle mass on the left is significantly less. So we really want to straighten that out. Otherwise, we end up running wonky and then you get injured and that increases your risk of fall. So I'm a runner and it makes you develop a funny gait and then you get injured on the other side and so on. So balance is super important. What I mean by balance, equally strong on each side. So we're working on that.
Especially if it's a pretty significant deficit, right?
Yeah.
You can have shoulder issues.
Right.
You can have neck issues that you don't realize are attributed because if your one arm is weaker than the other.
Right, for sure.
There's a myriad of problems and they don't get better unless you address them.
Yeah. And if you have bad posture and stand like this, so
Yes.
want to not stand like that. Many of us have a natural posture that gets into something that's going to exacerbate all those problems as we get older. So posture.
Okay, our 1 minute's up. We're going to grab one dumbbell again. And remember, Susan's modifying her straight arm. She's going to lunge back.
Holding it underneath.
And we're going to go here. But you stay in the squat position. If your knees are okay, you can also do it this way.
Yeah, so I am not going down to the ground right now because I want to run.
So if it's bothering your knees and you have a knee issue that you know about, just stay in the squat position and doing it. You're doing it for 1 minute. You're breathing. You're thinking about your posture nice and tall. Good.
You really have to hold your tummy in, right? Like
You do. Because this is pushing you forward, so you have to hold it in
Right.
to help your posture stay tall. Good.
Yeah, so this is like I'm doing squats, sit-ups, arms all at the same time.
Exactly.
So what we're trying to do, or Kelley's trying to help us learn, to maximize your time,
Yes.
you're working out multiple body parts at the same time, not just doing like a bicep curl, which is fine, but it's going to take forever to work your whole body if you do one muscle at a time. Ow!
You just start small and stop for 1 minute rest.
Thank you.
That was perfect.
That was a good ow.
That was a good owl.
That was up to my 80%.
Yeah.
And of course, now I'm getting some fatigue.
Yep.
Which is appropriate.
Perfect.
Supposed to. If you're not fatigued, crank it up.
Well, this is the whole point is if you work many body parts, make it fun. Don't do the same thing each time.
Yeah.
Most people can do that for 30 minutes.
Right, sure.
To tell someone to go to the gym and just do back and biceps, they're like, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to do that. It's just not fun. This is fun and sweaty, and you get it all done in half an hour. It's very simple and easy.
Yeah, when you have somebody with a timer, this is really key. Because when I go to the gym, I'll be chit-chatting with my friend, I'm watching a show, and then I've wasted half an hour. Like, if you've got somebody, set a timer on your phone.
Yes.
She's already going to
I have my watch, and this is what you do, so then your workout actually only takes you what it should take you.
That's how you do 30
There's no
minutes.
scrolling when you're doing it. There's no
Exactly.
nothing.
Yeah, no. If I had my own phone, I'd be typing emails in between. And yeah, set a timer and put your phone away so that you're not...
Okay, let's do it again. Grab your dumbbells. So now we're here. Remember, we're lunging back, and we're doing overhead presses, okay? So we're lunging back and overhead press. This is exercise number 2 of our workout. So we've gone through this twice already. So the more that you do it, the better you're going to get at it, and the heavier weight you can add as you become stronger. This really challenges your core back to front, so you need to be careful not to add a bunch of weight pressing overhead until you're confident that your core is strong enough.
Well, plus I've got to do that shoulder thing.
That's right, next. That's right. That's exactly right.
I don't want to burn it all up on this because I've got another one to do.
And we're moving your big muscles and your little muscles at the same time. Hence, we're getting low on breath. Everything is working. We have 27 more seconds left, so you can do it.
Yeah, this is like running up a hill.
It is like running up a hill.
This is getting your heart rate up. And every single muscle that I can think of is in right now.
You know, it's really popular right now to do a HIIT style workout where you're getting your heart rate high and letting it go low. Although this is not exactly a HIIT workout, but it mimics it. So if you can get used to doing something like this, you can do a little bit more intense as your muscle memory and your muscle health gets better. And 1 minute's over, have a rest. You get a 1 minute rest, time you.
So I start making noises like grunting.
It's not going to make it go away. We still have to do it.
Okay, and then Kelley reminded me when you put your weights on, you don't want to just drop them down with your knees carefully. So we just do not want to hurt your back because when you get injured, then you're out for 2 weeks and you can't do it, and then you lose all the results. So the key is do not get injured, and then you'll be able to keep going.
That's right. That's why you start with small weights. We want to progress. We want to be sore after a workout. But in the beginning, when you start anything, you must have form over weight every time.
Okay, and these do not feel like small weights. I'm sorry. This feels heavy. 8 pounds.
If you feel out of wind, seriously, then you would make sure you're just breathing in your nose, out your mouth, relax, think good thoughts before your minute starts back up.
Yeah, in a good way. I mean, I do tons of cardio. I like having my heart rate up. I had the impression that you're lifting weights and it's not getting your heart rate up. That is not the case if you're doing it like this.
No.
I don't have my Apple Watch on, but for sure I can tell my heart rate is at least in the green zone for me.
We're ready now. We're ready for our next minute. So now remember,
I can just talk and make it last forever.
We see your RDLs and then suitcase squat, okay? So butt gets pushed back, then suitcase squat and come back up. Core is tight, butt is back. Suitcase squat with the dumbbells, back up. Yep, hips go back, squat down, and come back up. You can even open a little bit wider feet stance if that's more comfortable on your knees too.
This is probably the most complex one that I'm most concerned that you all at home do correctly because I'm having to really think about it.
Butt goes back.
Thank you.
Squat down and come back up. You can even do this standing to a wall. Have your backside close to a wall, squat down to where you know if your butt's touching, then you're in a good position. Butt goes back, squat down, dumbbells beside me, and stand back up. You're doing great. Hips go back, squat it down, all the way up. You're almost there. Hips back, squat it down, and come back up. Good. Hips go back. Last one, squat it down, and come back up. So you can rest. So what I also want to say about that is, you notice when she was squatting, she was not folding at the chest to go down, right? That's the goal when you're doing a squat or anything. You're not folding here and then going down. You are pushing back and your chest is still slightly elevated and then you're going down. Yeah. You're never doing it from the chest up.
Flat back.
Yes. Yeah.
I know we're talking a lot about that, but we don't want to hurt our backs, ladies.
No.
Feel strongly about that.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was great.
Okay,
last one we're going to do. We still have time, 30-second rest. Enjoy it. We're going to do our raises. Remember, you can do them kind of at a Y. Some people, it really bothers them to open them up to the side. So they may have to go to a Y and then to the front. And that's fine too.
Remember last time I said youch? That's going to happen, I predict.
I predict. At least when you're running Sunday, you'll get to run with your legs, not your arms.
There you go. I don't need my arms.
You don't need your arms on Sunday.
I don't need my arms till I do this again on Monday.
That's right.
Another thing that we were talking about last time is complex movements. Like I had to really think about that. Balance, not falling over, doing multiple things at once is shown to reduce the risk of dementia. So complex movements, meaning like not on a stationary bike, that's also good for cardio, but I'm taking up our time.
You are, because my button just went off. Okay, let's grab them again.
We can talk about that later.
See, that's why it's good to set a timer. Use a phone and set your timer. So we're going to laterally up and then to the front.
Okay, so I'm going to take my mind off this.
Slight bend in my knees, always to protect my back. Belly is tight, core is tight. Think back to front. I'm nice and strong.
Breathing.
This is our second round of this workout. So if you really time it and you don't cheat on your 1 minute, you can probably get through 2.5, maybe 3 rounds of this. As you get stronger, you want to go longer than 30 minutes, go 4, go 5 rounds. Good breathing. If it's bothering your neck, tuck your chin, take the pressure off your neck. 18 seconds left. Good
Complex
breathing.
movements for brain.
It is.
Also creatine.
Creatine.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things. Then my arms are on fire. Ow!
I see smoke coming from me.
Okay, so I'm starting to get to point of failure. Like I couldn't go all the way up there.
That's
but
right.
That's okay because I'm at the end of the.
And we're done for 1 minute rest.
Yeah, you can look at anybody's videos on creatine. So in addition to eating protein, so I'm trying to eat 1 gram per ideal body weight, so 120 grams a day for me. And I take 5 grams of creatine monohydrate every day. Tons of studies supporting that being good for brain, bone, muscle as well, even if you're 99 years old. And then strength training, got to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, all the things.
That's exactly right.
And then cardio. Seems like a lot, but it's just not a lot when it's 30 minutes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. How much time do we waste in a day? Way more than that. I do.
Yes.
It's just not.
You get on your phone one time on your Instagram or whatever, and you're done for 30 minutes.
Or half a TV show. And you can do this while you're watching TV once you've got the form down. Now, first you want to really concentrate, but I can tell after a while I could probably.
You can focus and do it.
Watch a show or listen to
The goal is just
podcast.
to do it and get used to the consistency of doing it.
Yeah.
You just have to be consistent. Some days are going to be awesome and some days are not going to be awesome. Just do it.
So we talked about last time, that's one of the reasons why you might want to do this exact workout for a month.
Yes.
To get really good at it and then add. You need to get good at it before you add anything else. Yeah.
Okay. 1 more round. That'll mark just about 30 minutes. Okay. 1 dumbbell in the front. And remember, Susan's going to modify. She's going to go to here and keep in the squat position. Or you can go all the way to your knees and come back up. Okay? So you're going just down. Ready?
She makes this just not that easy. Okay.
So we're going to stay in the squat and lunge back and come back. And it's 1 minute that we're doing it.
Yeah, so this story that I don't have time, I'm just going to say that's baloney because I have time and I'm as busy as you, I guarantee it. We have time, 30 minutes, even if you've got 6 kids. Kelley has 6 kids. We both have big jobs. Tell me your story about why you don't have time to do this for 30 minutes.
We all have the same 24 hours. You just have to make a commitment. And again, if you want to be in a nursing home or use a walker, don't do this. Go ahead and don't do it and you'll make your way there fine. 6 seconds. It's the 3rd round. I know. We got it. 2 and 1. 1 minute rest.
Yeah. So the other thing, even if you had to take time out of your sleep, it would be worth it because you'd sleep better.
Yes.
For real, you would. Even if the only thing you said is I'm going to have to take time out of my sleep and get up 30 minutes earlier, which I doubt, but even if that was the only answer, you would sleep better and it would make up for it. And then you'd be more productive during the day and you'd be able to get your work done in a shorter period of time. So it's just, it just, the 30 minutes actually gets added back and then some. And
Yes.
I've noticed that for sure.
For sure, especially if you're concerned, if you've never worked out, fine, do this 1 time a week. The next week, do it 2 times the week. The next week, do it 3 times. Graduate to it. The thing is just being consistent and starting, and just don't stop.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Just don't stop.
Just do it. Just do it.
You still have 14 seconds. Just keep breathing.
It's so fun to have a minute break.
I know you're like, what do I do with my whole minute? Well, it goes pretty quickly.
That's part of our gratitude practice, just recognizing normal stuff. Like, it's so nice to have a break.
Okay,
Yay.
grab your dumbbells. Now
Okay.
we're here.
Okay.
We're lunging back and shoulder pressed up. Lunging back and shoulder pressed up.
Okay, sorry.
So come up and press it up. Yep.
Okay.
Lunge back and press it up. See, it really requires a lot of your brain work. Once
It
you get
does,
that
so-
first round, second round, you're like, your muscles are tired, your heart rate is up. You're like, what's happening right now?
I know, I got distracted. I'm like, what am I doing? This is why it's really good to have a trainer. Now, you kind of have a trainer if you're watching this video, but like,
Exactly.
you know, trying to just do this on your own, it's not that easy. And it's,
And the whole point is you're doing this in the actual workout. They can watch this minute by minute as you're doing it and do the exact same thing. So you don't even need a clock. If you just follow what Susan's doing, you're basically 1 minute in 1 minute.
oh, can you hear my knees creaking? Actually, they are.
They really are crickling. Hopefully they can hear that.
Oh, well.
Good, we're almost done with this one. 16 seconds.
Okay.
You can do it. Remember to breathe. Also, when you work out, you need that air. Don't hold your breath. It's going to make you really exhausted. Don't pass out. That's no fun either. Almost. 4. Good. 3.
Oh, I'm really trying not
2,
to arch my back.
And 1. Now down and rest. 1 minute rest.
So when I get tired, I start getting
Yep.
it because your core isn't able to hold you straight. So if you start losing your form, you should stop or drop the weights, right?
Yes, just if you know that's where you are, then that might be the end of the exercise. You might not make it the whole minute, which again is
I
fine.
was just there, like the 90th percent. So you don't want to keep going if form is falling apart. That means you're done.
And we're on our 3rd round of this. So if you can get to 1 round and that's how you feel, fine. Then the next week do 2 rounds. Just wherever baby step you are, start at that baby step and but push yourself. Don't be like, I did 1 round, that's all I'm ever going to do, because that is actually not enough.
That's right.
Have a goal of working your way to doing more and more.
Yeah, it's such an important balance that only you know. So we're not saying everyone can do exactly this with those weights. Of course not. Everyone's got different starting points, age, injuries, previous exercise history, you name it. So you want to get the balance between it's hard, but not hard enough to get hurt. So you just got to really listen to your body. Just be in your body and just...
Our 1 minute's over.
Dang
I
it.
know. Grab your dumbbells. And here we go. This is the butt pushes back, then suitcase squat. Okay, you want to do sideways?
I just want to make sure that you're telling me to do it right.
Hips go back, squat down, and press it up. Yep. Hips go back, squat it down, and stand all the way up. Hips are back, then I squat down, all the way up. Great. Hips go back, squat it down, all the way up. Hips go back, squat it down, all the way up. Good. Almost. Keep going. Down. Good.
Now with using these big muscles in your legs, I definitely could use more weight, but again, I have not perfected the form yet enough to do that.
Right. Squat it down. The thing is that it's better to use light weights, see how your body reacts.
Yeah, for sure.
Get the hip hinge down, get the hips back as much as possible without sacrificing form, and you can always add weights later. And that was 1 minute. There you go. Now you can rest. Sit them down easily, good, and rest.
Yeah.
We have one more thing to do and we'll be finished with our 30-minute workout. That's 3 rounds,
That's like nothing.
30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so I listen to podcasts that are 2 hours long. Most of us watch TV shows that are 48 minutes. Takes longer than that to cook dinner.
Yes, yes.
You can scroll. I don't, but some of us do scroll social media for way longer or get lost in a news story. I mean, it's just such a tiny amount of time.
And I really think if you can make the time in the morning to get it done, even if you work a job that you have to get up early, maybe you can't do 30, but you can do 15 in the morning, you do 15 after work. Figure out a way to get it in.
Yeah. And I'm going to reiterate, this is really something I experienced. You get the time back. I'm not kidding. I get it back because even if I lost 30 minutes of sleep, I wouldn't, because I would sleep better, first of all, and then I'm more productive so I can get more done. So you do get the time back because it just works like that. You got to believe it. I didn't make this up. It actually works.
It actually works. And now we're done. Last thing.
Not to mention you
lateral
live
raises
longer and all the things.
in the front. Susan says we have 1 more minute of this.
I don't like this one.
So slight bend in the knee.
Okay.
And I'm just breathing. I reach it out and bring it back and back to the front. Nice posture. Yep.
Ugh.
Just like that. Breathing for 1 minute. You can do anything 1 minute.
Yeah.
You do a lot of things for 1 minute.
Let me tell you about story. So I just told you a story that I don't like this one. So we just have to change that story. I love this. What is there not to like? I'm getting healthier. I'm getting stronger. When we start saying, I don't like it, that is not capital T true. It's a story. So we just change it. Why do I not like it? I'm getting healthier. Yeah, it's really hard, but it's 30 seconds. Loved.
I call this exercise traveling because this means you can put your luggage in the overhead bin when you get on the airplane by yourself. Almost. You almost got it. Just breathe.
So I am getting to the point of failure here.
Yes.
Oh!
Almost. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Squat down, put the weights down, and we're probably all done with our 30 minutes. That was 3 rounds of 4 exercises.
Yay.
Yay, good job.
Okay, I'm so proud of myself. I feel good. I've got endorphins. I feel strong. I'm getting some muscles again.
Yay.
I know.
That's
Yay.
right.
So all good stuff. Okay, we're going to commit to doing this every month. So if we do it every month, you're going to have countless different exercises. So you've got no excuse to get bored because you can just mix and match.
And it gives you time to perfect it for the month. You get a whole month to do it, and then there's another one comes out, a whole month. Work on this one video for the whole month, and then you can add something to it.
Okay, so no excuses. And I know some of you write comments about, well, I can't do that because I'm injured and so on. And yeah, of course, you have to modify sometimes. Or if you truly are injured and there's something that is actually painful or dangerous, get a trainer or a physical therapist or someone to help you modify it. So we're not saying you can actually do all of these. We hope you can. But out of all of the ones we're presenting, you can find some you can do. Everybody can do something. Everybody can do something, even if you're not using any weight. Right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you have to be sitting somewhere and do the arm weights only, that's fine if you've got some injury lower body. Same with upper body if you can only do legs. I mean, there's always a way around it. Don't find the reason why you can't. Find what I can do.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Focus on what you can do. So that was so fun. We'll be back next month. Thanks, Kelley.
You're welcome. That was awesome. Great job. Yay.
I got my work in today as well as making videos, so double. And then if you learned something today, please don't forget to subscribe. Share it with your friends. I can't wait to see you next week. And Kelley, I'll see you next month.
Yay.